107.5 FM, WNOS, 1450 AM, and 102.3 FM.
Yes, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio 107.5 FM 1570 AM WECU. Yes. And before we went on that quick break, we are bringing you our top community news recap, proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center. Yes, 11 million at risk as SNAP funding ends November 1. The Department of Social Services is partnering with local churches and non-profits like Churches Outreach Network and Joy Soup Kitchen to fill the gap. Though leaders admit no group can replace $11 million in aid. Beyond hunger, the shutdown threatens small businesses that rely on SNAP spending and could affect Department of Social Services employees whose salaries are federally funded. The county will post a list of food and housing resources this week as part of its emergency response. Yeah, sad stuff, man.
Yeah.
But yes, moving on, guys. What do we have?
Belvoir Elementary celebrates Hispanic culture year-round through its dual language program.
Yes, Belvoir Elementary turned up the music this week with its annual Hispanic Heritage Month celebration, filled with songs, dances, and a parade of flags. The event highlights the school's dual language program, which teaches students both in Spanish and English, and has helped the school rise from low performing to exceeding state growth expectations. Today, Hispanic students make up more than half of Belvoir's enrollment, and 245 students learn core subjects in both languages. Teachers from 9 Spanish-speaking countries bring global perspectives to the classroom. Families say the program builds pride, connection, and opportunity, with students performing 30 to 40% better on math and science tests than peers in traditional programs. Principal Deirdre Ingram says, "We celebrate all cultures. It's who we are." Shout out to Belvoir Elementary, guys.
Yeah.
So, yes, next topic.
Yes, we also have Pitt County to end paratransit contract with the city of Greenville starting July 1st.
Yes, Pitt County is ending its paratransit transportation contract with the city of Greenville effective July 1, 2026. The program, run by the Pitt Area Transit System, PATS, has offered free rides for elderly and disabled city residents for years. County Manager Janice Gallagher said rising demand and limited vehicles have created an imbalance, with too many rides happening inside city limits instead of rural areas. Greenville currently pays the county about $400,000 annually for the service, but Pat says it can no longer sustain the volume. City leaders plan to explore other options, including contracting with private providers or expanding city-run transit. PATS will continue serving rural residents and providing rides for essential trips like work, medical appointments, and grocery runs. I believe the next one is our last news of the day.
No.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, well,
The next one.
Yeah. I have
Okay.
one here. It says New Greenville Behavioral Health Center open to support mental health and addiction recovery.
Yes, a new behavioral health urgent care BHUC facility is opening in Greenville to help people in mental health or substance use crises. Located at 3005 Stantonsburg Road, the $3.8 million center can serve up to 12 adults or children at a time and is funded by Trillium Health Resources. It's one of 13 such state-funded centers planned across North Carolina as part of an $835 million investment in behavioral health care. The BHUC offers short-term care for people dealing with anxiety, depression, addiction, or trauma, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Each person receives screening, case management, and help connecting to long-term care. CEO Nastasia Holly said, "No one leaves the center back into crisis. Case managers follow up within 5 days to ensure ongoing support." The center also partners with law enforcement, ECU Health, and community programs to reduce emergency room crowding and help residents access timely, compassionate care. Yes, great stuff, great stuff. That's a recap of our top community news, proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center. So, guys, yes, today we're talking about something that's near and dear to my heart, language. We're talking about language, and lost and found, the power of words. And, from the lullabies of our grandma to the slangs we threw around on TikTok, shout out to the Gen Z in the house. Yes, language carries memory, language carries pride and identity. But as global languages like English dominate, a lot of our native tongues, from Igbo to Yoruba to Lumbi, from Creole to Cherokee, they seem like, yeah, or Osa. Yes, they
Did
seem
did
like,
I pronounce it correctly?
bro, let's not
What's the
see.
correct pronunciation? But I tried now.
Yes, please, let's keep going. What's that? Yes, let's keep going.
Yes,
I
you,
tried.
you didn't have to do it like you're smacking at us, but it's fine. Yes, those languages like Hausa are fading. Still, we are seeing young people remix their roots. The question is, are we losing our words or are we reinventing them? So we have questions today. Are young people keeping cultural languages alive or letting them fade? And then we also want to hear from you. What's one phrase or word from your culture that holds deep meaning? It could be something your grandma used to say, it could be a proverb, it could be really anything. And then when we are thinking about this, remember, Ewa, I was telling you, um, when we think about language, I think about it in from a like a really broad spectrum in terms of the slangs we use. Say for instance, we're talking a lot about chat. What up, chat? It's gotten into the lingo, but that came from like live streaming. The stream culture, the Twitch culture. There are a lot of such play on language and words, and there's also always, the native tongues and all. But I want us to look at, words broadly, and the meaning and the deep meanings they share. So our calling numbers are 252-756-2008, and we are asking folks, do you think young people are keeping cultural languages alive? Or are we letting them fade? And then what's one phrase or words from your culture that holds deep meaning? So yes, I'm inclined to kind of start with the traditional resident Gen Z in the building, the local champion on TikTok. So tell us about like, first, I guess, your language, your native language, a bit about it, and then the internet meme culture, the language. I've seen the thing around. I haven't gotten used to. Is that
Six,
the
seven?
6 7?
Oh,
Yeah, I think I saw that. It's been
yeah.
trending. I don't even know
Yes.
what that is.
You're at the
I'm
end of the
getting home. Yeah,
trend.
yeah. I'm getting old.
Yes, yeah, the trend is almost ended.
Oh
But
yeah.
yes, it was there for a long time. In fact, speaking of TikTok, one of the videos I made on there got 68,000 views just because
Oh
of 6 7 meme.
yeah.
I don't
See,
know why
I'm
we're
supporting you.
celebrating. I don't
Oh wow,
know.
I shouldn't celebrate you. Okay,
It's,
okay,
I
it's
don't know why
fine.
we're celebrating that. It's
My
not
bad.
something that we should celebrate.
Okay,
But thank you, though. I appreciate the gesture.
bro, it doesn't count now. Go ahead.
What do you mean,
I'm
bro?
taking my celebration back. Go
Take it.
ahead.
Yeah. So, anyways, so I'll answer the question. What's one phrase that stands out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for one, I would say this one. I've said it a number of times. Ubuntu, like,
Ubuntu,
yes.
umugubuntu.
Oh my God.
But that's it though.
No, that's just like
Say it.
it's say umuntu no bantu. So it means a person is only a person with other people.
Right.
So it's a South African saying. It's in Zulu. The language is Zulu, and it basically means you cannot thrive by yourself. You need a community. A child is raised by a community, or same as charity begins at home. So the phrase umuntu
right.
ngumuntu nabantu, it means a person is only a person with other
Untu.
people.
Ununtu,
I wanted to
namantu.
please hold that thought. I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah,
What does umuntu mean?
a person.
Umuntu, because in Igbo language, and I think Victor will
Bro,
help me
don't.
out with
Okay.
that. Something like umu or something like that means
Umu.
means people, right?
Unu.
Is it unu?
It's people. I mean the Igbo language, the Igbos are connected. Oh yeah, we'll come back after this break. We're still here on Awesome Radio. Don't touch the dial.
I am Miss Mary Cox. I'm Killer Thigpen's mother from Awesome Radio.
There will be an important discussion about SNAP, the food stamp program in North Carolina, and what's going to happen to it after October 31st, especially if the government shutdown remains shut down. Join Commissioner Mary Perkins Williams, Sharon Rochelle, Director of the Pitt County Department of Social Services, and Thomas Knight, the Economic Support Services Programs Administrator for the Pitt County Department of Social Services, as they discuss the food stamps program in North Carolina. Wednesday, October 29th, 10 o'clock a.m. That's Wednesday, October 29th, 10 o'clock a.m. This is Awesome Radio Network, providing community information, awareness, and education. WECU 1075 FM, 1570 AM, Winterville, Greenville, Pitt County. You're listening to our newest edition of the Awesome Radio Network, WNOS 1450 AM and 102.3 FM, New Bern, North Carolina.
Yes, if you're just joining us, you're tuned into Pitt Perspectives, the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community right here from Eastern North Carolina to the rest of the entire world. Yes, and it's still me, the man them are called Victor Ihuka with AY, Odunaike, and Patrick Mbaya Lufulu. Yes. Before we went on that quick break, yes, you guys were talking about Umuntu and
Yeah.
Unu. Yes, so Unu is it's an Igbo word. So the Igbos are very closely related with the Jamaicans because transatlantic slave trade. Yes, so we have similarities in words and language in Patois and Igbo language. So Unu is you people, it pretty much means some of the same things, and so there are words like that. Yes,
So when you say is it unu chineke or umu
Umu Chineke is
So
a
what's
different
the
thing.
umu?
Umu is children. Children of God. Umu Chineke.
I see, I
Children
was-
of God. Chineke is God.
I see.
Yeah. Oh, that's
okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
yes.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Ubuntu,
Gen
please-
Z. Go
please
ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah, Gen Z.
Yeah. So the phrase I mentioned before, because we're answering
Say
the
it again.
question. Yeah, I'm about to.
Yeah.
Because you're answering the question, what's one phrase from your language or from
Yeah. Culture. Yeah.
from your culture that
Yep. It
sticks
could be a
out?
slang too. But
Yeah, it could be a slang. Yeah, and that is, I mentioned Ubuntu, which is a Zulu phrase that means a person is only a person to other people, and that phrase is so powerful in South African culture that everybody knows it. Every child, you know it because that's what it is. And then the other one that I remember is this one is also in Zulu, but it says Watintumfazi Watintimbogoda. So that
slow
means
down. Slow down.
don't worry about it.
Bro, slow it down.
They
People
heard
are
me,
listening.
bro.
Nah.
Yes, this
slow
is
it
what
down.
I said.
Okay.
It goes Watintumfazi Watintimbogoda. So that means
Watintim Fwazi, Watintim Bohoto.
No, what-
Come on, I got it.
No, you
No,
did
you
not,
did not.
bro.
You guys don't have faith in me. I don't blame you guys.
So, anyways, that English translation, that means if you touch a woman, you touch a rock. Now
Wow.
I'll tell you what. Yes,
Wow.
yes, it's so like a woman is a rock, and it was used during apartheid women like empowerment and all that, and so it stems from, women are the rock of
The
the community,
strength
the
of,
strength of the
oh yeah,
community. Yes.
yeah, that would have
So,
gotten weird for a second.
oh, no, no, no. It's a
Right,
it's a great phrase that we
right,
use in almost everyday culture,
right,
and they use it to highlight how strong and great women are
right,
in society and all
right.
that. So that phrase is very powerful too. Like, one of the the people they used that for so much was Winnie Mandela, just Nelson Mandela's wife, and so yeah, that
So
phrase.
do you think yours, let's even talk about like the Osa. Do you
Also,
think it's the language, is it still on the rise? So I mean, apparently language evolves,
yes, it
right?
does.
So
Yeah,
there are languages that are becoming less spoken in the world because
yeah,
language follows migration pattern. Language, I mean,
Yeah.
it's so much going on with language, and I mean this not just for native languages, but for memes and for slangs, for instance. So, do you think Osa? It's I haven't heard those words say in Amapiano or something. Is there any Bini Marung? Is it a Sosa?
it's
Sosa
not
or-
also
Zulu.
it's
Oh yeah.
Beri Marung is Spady.
Oh, okay, that's a whole different.
That's a different
Right.
language.
So I say all that to say, with Yoruba, with Afro beats, you can always hear, Yoruba. That's like language remixed. You can hear even Igbo. Abosegene can, it's a lot of. That's one way language is passed down. I mean, even broken English, even pidgin English. So when I first came here, I think it was, no, but not when I first came here, but a couple years ago, this Burna Boy song was like such a big deal here. What's the song? The I need the bow and shayo. And kids we are
Oh,
singing.
breakfast.
Yeah, yes, bread chop. Yep, you go chop breakfast. Yes, and folks, we are singing it without knowing what I need the bow and shayo means. I mean, it's not. They need booze basically, and yes,
Yes.
and it's
Great explanation.
yes, and folks wouldn't know exactly what they are singing, but it sounded good, right? That's one way, culture is being remixed. Yes, talking about Yoruba as a language is one of the, I guess, oldest Nigerian languages. I don't know. Let me not give you too
Honestly,
much
I don't know
credit.
too.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know
but
either,
speak to
but
us about like Yoruba. Yoruba
yeah,
seems
but
to be
like
the
yeah,
unofficial
before
language.
I even go into that,
Yeah.
I'd say that like from where we started from about
Mm-hmm.
language and how if the new generation, what is going on with
Right.
it, are we reducing the is it the value or the power of those languages,
Right.
especially um our dialects or local dialects as we call it, I think that it happens across all languages, like you rightly said. Even English is going through a lot of
I mean,
different,
has gone through and it's
yeah,
still,
and it's still
yeah,
going through.
right.
There are new words, new is this slang we call them,
Right.
cultural, like some of these things you guys are talking about. Some
Right.
of these I don't even understand what you guys are saying, but like due to like because people are, I mean, younger people are coming up with different languages
Culture
and
is
cultural.
evolving
There's
all the
something
time,
that
yeah.
is, I don't know if you've seen it, like really going viral on Instagram, and it's from this. There was this lady who did a video, and that's the thing about, I'll probably get into that later, but about content creation, where you don't even know which one is going to really blow up.
Right,
Like, it was
yeah.
just a regular content from
Right.
one of these people I follow
Right.
on Instagram, and she did this Umuna clock it. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh,
Oh, it's like it's now a big trend in
Oh, yeah?
Nigeria. Yeah, like
That sounds Igbo though.
yes, it's Igbo. So
Okay.
she's infusing, this clock it thing with the old.
yes. I was told.
Particular
You see what
understand.
you're doing. I was
Yeah.
told that's the wrong finger. It has to be the middle finger. I got told that yesterday.
But I don't even. Anyways,
When you do that with your hands, context. When you do this with your hand, the clock it symbol. right?
Okay.
You gotta do it with the middle finger because if you do it with your index finger, it looks wrong or something.
I don't know. I'm not even
Yes.
doing either. But
Yeah.
the idea is, so like the lady infused that into Igbo language, and she
Oh,
did
yeah.
a video with it using all the Gen Z lingo available, infusing it into like Igbo language, and then she posted it online, and now it's a big trend. Everybody's doing their own, And I'm like, and so that brings us back to what we're talking about, language. Are these things affecting the language? Are they promoting? Are they reducing the value? Or are they I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So
Right.
bringing it back to our language, when we begin to I don't want to use the word modernize, but like adding this, say Gen Z lingo, for example, and Gen Z is just for the moment. Very soon it's going to be maybe Gen Alpha, bringing up all the languages, and everybody's going to talk
Which one
about.
is Gen Alpha again?
And that's the next one now.
Oh,
After
okay.
Gen Z, it's Gen Alpha, and then there's Gen Beta that started 2025. Yeah, it's a
Gen
new
what?
Gen Beta, like is it
Oh, better. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
heard of that. Yeah.
Bro,
2025.
I feel like
so
I'm
every
getting-
every child born from 2025 is not even Gen Alpha anymore.
Wow.
Yeah,
Go
it's a
ahead.
new
Go
generation.
ahead.
So, like, very soon the whole hype about Gen Z will go down, and then a new
Don't
generation.
let
I don't
Patrick
think
hear
so.
that.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
That was what
Yes.
that was what the boomers said.
Yes.
You have
too, and
triggered. You've
but this is-
triggered
It's
Patrick.
going to go down at
But
some
this is the
point.
this
you
is
have
the great,
triggered Patrick.
this is the greatest generation in the history of generations.
Bro,
That's not
shut
true.
up.
This one is going.
Bro,
to,
shut. See, don't let.
That-
don't
Look at the
that's-
run. Look at the
that-
run that we've
that's-
been on, though. Look at the
Bro.
run that we've been on.
Please,
No
please,
other generation has ever-
order
feel
in
like-
this court of law. Bro, calm. Hey,
But I
calm
mean,
the heaven down.
very soon when the people in Gen Alpha, when they get to that age where they are the happening people
When they're,
in that sense.
They are in
from
focus.
15,
Do you understand?
Yeah.
No, but everybody's going to be talking
But
about
I feel
Gen Z
like
the same
every
way they're talking about
generation, I feel
millennials.
like every generation, I mean, think about the 70s, think about, the hippie culture, think about the free love era and all those things. In the moment, you're like the zeitgeist or something, you are at the forefront of culture.
Yes.
It feels like
Yeah,
everything
you are
else
the happening,
revolves
yeah.
around you. So, I mean, it's the way of the world,
Absolutely.
trends come and go, cultures evolve. So, well, I guess I say all that to say maybe we should give Patrick and his Gen Z their 15 minutes of fame.
This is you better turn that into our 100 hours of fame from
Yeah.
15 minutes. 100 hours.
100 hours.
Yes.
It's going away very soon. Don't worry. Let this guy
Yes,
hit their
okay.
age.
Maybe when we get back from the break, we talk about some Gen Z languages and all that. Yes, you're still tuned in to Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio. We'll be back right after the break. Boom.
Hello, my name is Hayden. Thank you for listening to Awesome Radio, 107.5 FM, 1570 AM, WECU.
There will be a community teen summit for ages 13 to 19. It's an open forum with an adult panel. Friday, November 7th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the BET Community Building, Greenfield Terrace, 120 Park Access Road, Greenville. Nada Manning, coordinator and host. For more information, the number is 703-593-3627. That's 703-593-3627. Or email Tim and Ant at AOL.com. That's TIMANDANT at AOL.com. This is an open forum for teens ages 13 to 19 to talk it out. Community Teen Summit, Friday, November 7th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Greenfield Terrace, BET Community Building, 120 Park Access Road, Greenville.
Yes, welcome back. Yes, you're tuned in to Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio. We are the best weekend show east of North Carolina. No cap. Yeah. But yes, that's language. That's slang. You see what I mean?
You caught AY. You caught AY off guard.
But you see the thing. That's also the
He
cultural
said we're
thing.
the best radio show, Eastern North Carolina, no cap.
Right?
That's what.
but for real though, you see that's the interesting thing about about language and I mean, no cap is like a Gen Z thing
It
too,
is
right?
Yeah, no cap.
You see, so
Yes.
it's I mean there are a lot of them. Like,
Yes.
it's-
Which ones Let's go through the
bro?
list.
There are some that are not fit for radio. So
Yeah, but keep going. Okay.
Nah, I mean I'm an old man, bro.
Yes, let's see the ones We'll keep count.
What?
So
Bro.
if anybody joining us on the show, we're going through languages and anything that stands out. And so we've got to a part where we'll go to Vic's language. We've gone through mine, we've gone through AY's. We haven't gone through Vic's, but
I've
at
not
this
gone through
point,
mine.
Okay, you see,
well, we've not
you
gone
see
through
in
yours.
your
I was trying to,
speed.
like,
because you
put-
like to say
See,
I was trying
a
to
lot
like
of,
put like everything
like to cook
together.
You want to
see,
have 6 pots.
in your
You are supposed to
bids,
stick
in
with
your
one
bids
pot.
to come at me, you've not, my friend. Go on, don't mind this.
He's running away from.
No,
Running away from who?
trust
Look
me,
at
we'll
you.
get back to it. We'll
Okay.
definitely. This guy cannot escape.
Why
Anyways,
why are you
but,
guys threatening? Why
so,
do I
but
feel
yeah, but like
threatened right
back
now?
to what I was saying. Let me just round that off. Then I'll talk about my language. So,
See, you like
so
to cook
it,
in
it,
6
it
pots.
has it
Cook
has
in one.
it has different because one is going to lead to the other. Anyways, it has
AY is a
different
PhD student, so
implications,
go ahead.
right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
Put
the
us to
idea
bed.
that, for example, in my language, so there's this popular show going on YouTube. I'm sure when I mentioned it, a lot of people know about it. It's called Maso Imbo. And what it means is don't speak English, like literally, right?
Oh.
So the idea of the show is that it's like a game show. You come and then they ask you questions. You have conversations with the host and everything. But the idea is you must not speak or code mix or anything. It has to be pure Yoruba all through, right? And of course, they will also ask you questions maybe about proverbs, about words, what's the meaning of this word. They can give you an English word and tell you to translate in Yoruba and things like that. So if you get it wrong, of course, they deduct your mark and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's really very popular, like in Nigeria. But like the idea of that show, even from this song, is to preserve the language because a lot of people cannot speak the language properly because they get to mix it with English and stuff,
Right,
right? And well, in some cases, you can't really blame them. Not in all cases, but in some cases, and I'll tell you why. Because there are words in English
That don't have
that
a
don't
native,
have.
yeah.
Do you understand? Because of
Well,
and some of those words are now being like we are now giving new words to them,
you know what I think?
and some of them is probably due to like advancements in technology. For
Right.
example.
You know what I think? Just hold that
Yeah,
thought.
sure.
I think that's key because now we've talked about Okay.
We
Oh.
have a call, so you
Oh,
have to
yeah.
hold that.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning. We are tuned into Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio. Who do we have on the line? Please don't scare us.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Oyemeyo. Yes, good morning, Oyemeyo. How you doing?
Yeah, good. I'm fine. I'm
Man,
fine.
you're sounding very energetic this morning.
Man,
How was
I'm
your
like
night?
I'm like taking my yogurt and my granite
You
now,
see,
bro.
soft life.
and at the same time listening to the best radio show in North Carolina.
No
Yeah.
cap. Yeah.
Wait, and you're always wearing a cap. You are saying no cap now.
Bro, you see,
Because it's a new
my
love
enemies.
for no cap.
Yes, cap.
Yeah.
Yes,
based
go
on-
ahead,
based
man.
on- I don't need you to ask me the questions though because I've been following up.
Right.
So even based on the language we are talking about,
Right.
this thing that I just said now is one of the deep language which we are preserving as Nigerians, as Igbos, as Yorubas, and also
Which
like
one?
no cap.
All right.
You know, no cap is a deep word. No cap. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you say no cap, it's like people understand what
You
you
said.
are trying to
Right.
say.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Now, in my language, we have some. Okay, let me use Yoruba for example. Now,
Mm-hmm.
there is something that is deep in them, most especially when you call it to when you refer to a rich man or an elder brother
Mhm.
or a big man,
Mhm.
like you say Olori Baba Agba, you know, Egbon, something like that.
Baba. We have
Baba
a
Agba,
Yoruba here.
AY can say better though.
Yeah, anyone can attest to that.
Baba, just continue.
Encourage
So,
him now,
you
this
know,
guy.
Mm-hmm. So
Go ahead.
whenever you say something like that to a Yoruba man, that person will know that you are according
Then
a lot
respect.
of respect
Oh yeah.
to him. Understand? Then in my own language, you might, like there is some part of eastern Nigeria called Onitsha. And those Onitsha people, they have a lot of language that meant
Slangs.
that is very deep.
Right.
Understand?
Right.
Maybe they feel call you mpa.
Mpao.
Understand? Mpao.
Right.
The part where I come from, they will call you now.
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
Right.
Uh-huh. All those things, the language which we are preserving, and it meant a lot to the people we are referring to, in the sense that you can even at mentioning of those things, they will give you what they were not even willing to, or that is not even in their budget to give out. But because of that name you call them, because of that
Right.
title
it's like
which
praise
you
singing,
accord
right?
to them,
Right.
it can. That's it, bro.
That's amazing. Yes, that's great to
Oye,
hear,
Mayor.
man. Yes. Why are you laughing?
Don't worry, continue.
No, but Baba, it's
No. It's something else. Don't worry.
oh, okay. Yes.
Yes.
Onye Mayor. So what's your favorite, word or slang from your culture, just from anywhere? Or maybe two.
This slang depends on your mood.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Understand?
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on your mood. It depends on what is happening at that particular time.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
It depends on
See,
the
it's very
situation
deep.
around. You can
Yes.
throw up the slang.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
like take for example, whenever I'm with Mr. Victor Ihuka in the kitchen, I will always call him Odunaike. You know.
Please take notes. Patrick, take notes.
My enemies are everywhere.
Odunaike.
What?
Odunaike. Keep it.
Odunaike.
Yes,
You
we're
know,
going to need
because it means everything is in his hands. Understand? he can do and undo whenever he faces the kitchen because he cooks very well.
Thank
that's
you,
why I
thank
call
you,
him
Onye for guy.
Nice.
Thank you for washing my dirty linen in the front of my enemies.
Who is your enemy? Like you keep
You
saying-
guys, you
Oh,
guys are my ops.
Where is this guy learning all these things from?
oh my God.
or if I want him to feel good,
Wahala.
I will call him Onyimaba, not just from Onyimaba, in the sense that he is from
Inside out.
the chief.
Oh, one Abba boy.
Yeah.
Abba origin.
Yeah, they
He's
tell you.
original Abba man.
Oyima Abba. Okay.
I
Yes.
call him Abba boy. So slang
Yes.
depends on what is happening at that
Yes.
particular time.
And slangs choke.
Yeah.
Even this
Yeah.
joke
Yeah,
said
sure.
You
this
see,
man.
language is a
And how
very
happy they-
interesting
and how
thing.
happy the particular person is trying
Right,
to make
right,
it,
right,
So
right.
it's a lot.
Somebody just
It's a
said
lot. So it
Onya
depends on the one that
Udaka in the
comes out from
comments.
Onye wetin?
Yes, man. Yes. please go
Yes.
ahead.
Hey, thank you so much. And no thanks for, I guess, giving these guys tools against me, but as well with my
Oh,
soul.
God. Onya
Yes.
Udaka.
Thank you so much, Onye Mayor, for calling in. Come on, one time for Onye Mayor. Yes. Have a good rest of your day, brother.
All right,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You too. Bye.
There is a new variation of that on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Onya Udaka.
Who
I
is that?
don't know, check it.
What's the
Check it
person's
on
name? I
YouTube.
can't see it on the stream
Yeah, I
here.
can't see them.
Yeah, just go on YouTube. You see it.
But we are on the stream. I can't see
Onya
it.
Udaka.
Read the name out. Who wrote
I
that?
don't know.
What's the person's name?
I don't want to spoil the name, so please check it.
I
Anyway,
mean,
so
but you are willing
back
to
yeah,
spoil
but like
what they called me.
no, like back to what I was saying about
Udaka.
about Master
I
Bono.
think that's a reference to
it-
Black Panther or something.
It helps, to preserve the language, and the idea is to avoid people from code mixing. And I was trying to defend, like, sometimes it's not people's fault because some of these words are English words that even are new.
And then think about it. Language, for the most part, is unconscious.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like languages, and that's why I rave all the time about storytelling and how stories shape the world, and how stories are the keys to literally solving most problems. The stories we tell, the way we say things, the things we say. Because when you think about it, language is automatic on some level. You don't think so much, about some things unless you have to say something. It's like you're saying and thinking at the same time. So it's a very powerful tool. And I feel like, I think we what to the point you are making earlier, we talk about evolution of culture. In those days, I like to think that there are less things are in the world on some level, right?
Yeah.
Then, so that means for every new thing that's out there, there has to be a new name for it.
A new name for it.
And that's also the interesting thing about language, because I remember hearing from my grandparents about the native names for certain things that has been lost because the
Those things
people
don't
who,
exist.
right, not just because they don't exist, but because, well, there is that, but then there is also the fact that the folks who know those languages, those words, didn't get passed down or it didn't get
Yeah,
used
yeah.
as much, because the more the way to keep a language going is by using it.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Which
Yeah.
is why it's sad, but I'm not trying to get political. Growing
Yeah.
up, because Nigeria was colonized by the British, if you remember in nursery school or elementary, we had this thing where they would write names of vernacular speakers, and you get beaten or you get
Yeah, I
fined
remember.
for speaking your native tongue,
Yeah.
because they said, English was the language of, communication. And you grow up and you realize how that's useful, but then it's also a tool, because right now, I mean, China is doing a lot of things with the language, teaching folks to some of the languages, because language is trade, language is culture, language is, you know, a lot of things. I mean, so it's fascinating.
So we have some comments on Facebook.
This
Can you guys see the
on
comments on your
Facebook?
screen
No,
now?
no, no, I can't.
Okay, so I just
On Facebook,
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
said?
So click on. Don't worry, I'll figure that. But let me read the comments I
Okay.
have now. It says it's not everyone's bag, but if you really enjoy being attuned to language, the way perhaps sound engineers are to instrumentation, you'll notice so very many linguistic sounds that are globally common, not just regional. That's from Alicia Garcia. She also says when the economy of your language
sounds-
relies on pride and consumption, like LA, that should be French if I'm correct. A la colonialism, you have to keep the needle moving.
Right.
Marketing requires language and new ways to selling things. There's a reason Yoruba and other languages have survived longer than many civilizations have even existed. We also have another comment from YouTube that
Oh, I
says,
see
Victor,
it.
AY, and Patrick, keep up with what you do. You're doing a great and fantastic job with the best local radio
Who's
program.
that? Who's that? Who's
The
that?
person, Onio Odaka.
Bro, what's the person's name?
But I can't pronounce the name. That's why I don't want to spoil
You
it.
say spell it.
BelHomme, kind of.
Bell Holmes
Kind
or
of,
something.
yeah.
Bro, you were willing to
Just say
mispronounce Alicia Garcia.
But I mean that okay.
It's
Anyways.
Alicia
That's what I
Garcia.
said.
No, you say Alicia. That's a Yoruba thing to say too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's well with you. Yes, no, thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much for all the love. Yes, I'm just seeing I had to get on
But
YouTube.
you
Yeah,
guys-
on Facebook. Yeah, I'm seeing Alicia's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very well thought out response too. You know.
So, anyways, let me finish up what I was saying.
God. Bro, just go direct.
I mean, those words will keep coming out, coming back until maybe a new word comes. And now, even in Yoruba language, for example, there are some science words or technology words that we did not have.
Yes.
That they're not
Yes.
like creating and
Oh, okay.
incorporating
We have
into language.
another
We have a
caller.
new call.
Good morning. You're live on Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio. Who do we have on the line?
Happy Saturday.
Happy.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good.
Yes, good to hear from you, Denishika. I'm sure Okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yes, I think I've kind of had a yes, but I don't know so much about it. Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, please
So,
go ahead. Yeah.
so apparently, I don't know how true this is, but apparently it's like a combination of um, West African and English
Mm,
languages. Um, a lot of people will say it's broken English or it's just slang, but it's just a more informal dialect.
mm-hmm,
So you take out certain phrases or certain words.
mm-hmm,
So, um, okay, so like some slang, like tea is an example, or like if you ever seen two girls approach each other and one of them says something like, "Hey boo," or something like that,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
um, or I can't think of anything now.
That's fine.
Um,
Ebonics.
uh, oh, okay, like, or if you were talking about someone and you said, "Oh, she be walking everywhere,"
Mm-hmm. He
like
be
we
doing so
put,
much.
Oh my God.
yes, you
Yeah.
doing too much,
How you
and
guys?
so like you take out certain words, or
Right,
like you
right,
take
right.
out
Hmm.
suggestive
Interesting.
things.
Yes, that's
Wow.
interesting actually. I can see how this could be like the equivalent of broke pigeon.
Yeah, kind
He
of.
Yeah,
tired, he's sleeping, where
Mm-hmm.
you take out some words. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Yes. That is
yeah, no
interesting.
problem.
Yes, so I guess in that case, coming to the questions, we are asking folks if you think, they call the languages, the young people now are
Like, is it
preserving the
fading?
language or is it fading? And then what's one or two phrases from your culture or your language or you'd like to share with us? One, yeah.
Um, I'm not really sure of how to answer the question, only because like English is my first language,
Oh,
and
okay.
with all of the slang, I
Right.
still think that there's a time and place for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that it, like with the ebonics thing, like
Mm-hmm.
that's not something I would use in a formal setting with like my boss. Now, if
Yes.
I was, having a drink with my boss after work or something,
Right.
then yeah, it would slip out because we're not in a formal setting.
Right.
We're hanging out.
Right.
So I think there's just a time and place
Right.
for certain dialect or whatever, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Right. The Nishika.
Yes.
Just hold on just a little bit. We'll be back right after the break.
We welcome our newest station to the network of Awesome Radio, WNOS New Bern, 1450 AM and 102.3 FM.
Yes, Denishika, I think we might have lost you. Feel free to call back to, yes, we're still here. We're on the last stretch of this amazing episode of Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio,
Yeah.
WEC 107.5 FM and 1570 AM. And this morning, I'm sure, like, we're being heard on WNOS 102.3 FM and 1450 AM out in New Bern. So yes, I think I see Alicia Garcia say Yeshua, Jesus isn't far from Yesu. Pastor AY, I'm sure will have some objections to that. Yes, you were saying something. We have just
Yes.
a little
So,
bit of
anyways,
time.
bringing it back. So the idea is to preserve the language. So
Mhm.
if I'm going to answer that question, I would say that I think it's reducing it more than it's helping,
Right,
especially for the local languages.
right,
Because, and that is to answer the question of if the younger generation and the way they use the language,
right,
if it is helping or not, right?
right,
So I would think that it's affecting it negatively more than it's positive,
right.
because in using the language, when you begin to mix it up over time, some words will be lost to start with, and then there will probably be a generation of people who cannot speak that language without code mixing, without mixing it with, say, English, for example.
That's interesting.
So I think to preserve the language, we have to make sure that we speak it the right way, especially, and like I'm very particular about our local languages, and I'm saying apart from English, right?
Right.
Because if we keep speaking it with all the mixes, like I said, there's going to become like a generation of people who will not be able to speak.
So
that
I guess
language
to be able
fluently.
to, I think I'd like to sort of peel that back a layer. I mean, shout out to Denishika for sharing about Ebonics, and I didn't even realize that's the name for that, you'd be trying me, this boy, I didn't realize that was the name for it.
You know Dario, is it Dario?
Dario Vega, yeah.
He speaks that way.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
very
a very cultural, unique cultural thing. Okay, so Alicia said my Spanish name pronouns is in Spain is
funny. So you were
Alicia.
wrong too.
Alicia.
We're both wrong.
Alicia. Why did you have to do like
Alicia,
this?
yeah.
Alicia.
So
Okay.
you were wrong too. Thank you.
What did I say?
You said Alicia.
Yeah, well, I've never seen you this happy. Yes, but what I was trying to say is, yes, shout out to Alicia. Yes, what I was trying to say is how language is interestingly, because language is how we make sense of the world, how we communicate. It's easy to miss the fact that language is also
She says it as Alicia.
Alicia. It's my turn to laugh at you, but I won't because I'm the bigger guy. Let me take the high road.
Is the Caribbean pronunciation.
Let me take the high road. I won't laugh at you. Yes. So yes, thank you for your help.
Okay, finish what you said.
Yes, what I was saying is because we speak, it's easy to take language for granted because we say it all the time. Right? It's very, very easy to lose sight of the fact that language is also a tool. Language is power.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Language is power. Do you know English is not the most spoken language in the world?
I heard so.
Right? But it's easy to think so because even with English, it's people here don't realize there is American English and
there's
British English again, because maybe this is the only place you grew up, and all that too. So I see the points you mean by how once you remix those things, but then again, can we really stop that? Is it even possible, especially with technology now and all those things?
I think we can.
Okay.
And the way to do it is, how do people learn languages?
Okay.
They
by
learn
learning
it from the family, right? Or
Right.
from where they
Culture
from
too.
their environment.
Culture
where they-
too.
where
Yeah.
they grow up.
Music, books,
So-
all of those things.
The people who are in charge of those, like for example, if I'm going to teach my child how to speak the Yoruba language now, I have to be very conscious of the language itself, like how to speak it correctly when I'm
Right.
teaching to my child.
Right.
Right. So I
Right.
think those places where people learn from,
Right.
those putting the content or putting things up for people to learn, or those even just speaking it in the environment, if they speak it well, those that are picking the language from them will pick it the right way. So
Right.
I'll just
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, it's been an amazing conversation. Yes,
Do you have
and then
community
the name
events this
too.
week?
So,
Do you have community events this week?
yeah, I mean, the Greenfield Museum of Arts is hosting a Halloween at Sydney, but yeah, we can't talk about Halloween on the radio. Yeah, so yes, my bad for even mentioning that.
Yes, but we have ECU football back home
yes,
next
next-
weekend. So
next-
let's show up and show out
Yep.
Pirate Nation.
Yes, and it's shaping up to be a festive, period in Eastern North Carolina. So get out there and support your local events and stay safe on the roads. Yes, thank you, Alicia, for the love. Great show, guys. Yes.
So Gen Z, can you give us
Oh, I can
final
give you all a
thoughts?
few words.
Final
bet-
thoughts.
Final thoughts. I'll give you all a few words. Bet means okay or agreed or I hear you.
Bet.
or-
But that's
yeah.
South African, I think.
No,
Did
it's-
they say that here?
Yeah.
It's an English word, BET.
No, I know it's an English word, but like the usage.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
it's
Like
yeah.
they use it here as
Yeah.
what he's using it for.
Yeah,
Yes.
so sometimes people say you bet.
Yeah, you bet. Like you got it. Oh,
Yeah, you
I
bet.
know they gamble.
Oh,
No,
I know, I'm just kidding.
oh, okay.
yeah, you are old. That's another part. too.
No, I'm
Yes,
not. I'm
Alicia
not.
says good luck to the Greenville Titans as they play Washington today. Yes. Good luck to the Greenville Titans. We'll be
Victor,
cheering
what
for
are the
them.
Greenville Titans?
It's
Anyways.
it's the Greenville Titans.
It's been a very, very wonderful show. It's been an amazing show. Thank you for joining us from wherever it is you're joining us from.
Yes.
And those watching
Yes.
on all the social media
We'll be here
platforms.
next
Yeah.
week too, bringing you all the
course.
joy from all of us. Have a good rest of your weekend. Boom.
Which